Hey everyone, it's Marvin from First Presbyterian in Columbia, Missouri, and the Spirit of Summer word for Monday, July 12th, is swimming pool. You know, there's nothing like jumping into a swimming pool on a hot, humid summer day to give you refreshment and relief from that summer heat. And, you know, there are churches that actually have pools that are built into their sanctuaries. They're not for swimming per se, not for exercise or for cooling off from the heat, but they are for the sacrament of baptism. And baptism is this special ceremony that we do in church that is a sign of God's love for us and God's forgiveness. Just as water can wash away the sweat and the dirt from your body, the grace of God that's given to us through faith in Jesus Christ washes our sins away. And this is a refreshing and liberating experience. You know, when we are outside of a relationship with God, we find ourselves burdened by sin and oppressed by sin. And this sin can take a lot of different forms, and all of them are kind of oppressive and burdensome in one way or another. Often it's a matter of being preoccupied with ourselves instead of with God and with the needs of our neighbors. So we become preoccupied with our own success. And if we experience success, we are puffed up with pride. And if we don't experience success, we are weighed down with failure. Or we become preoccupied with our own needs and satisfying our own appetites. So we begin to live for nothing more than the next sexual conquest or the next round of drinks with our buddies and our neighbors. But when we're baptized, we are transferred into this relationship with God, which is so much more liberating and refreshing, and it provides a feeling of relief that being in this state of sin can't provide. Our eyes are open to the goodness and the majesty and the glory of God, and our hearts are filled with compassion and love for our fellow human beings. The world gets so much bigger, and the world gets so much lighter when we enter into a relationship with God through faith in Jesus Christ. And that's refreshing and liberating. It's a different kind of refreshment than jumping into a swimming pool, but it's a real kind of refreshment nonetheless. Now, here at First Presbyterian Church, we don't have a baptismal pool. We have a baptismal pitcher and basin. We use a little less water than some other congregations do. And we also baptize infants and small children because we think that this liberating, refreshing life that's lived awestruck by God's glory and with compassion for our fellow human beings is something that we should get started on as soon as possible. So I want to say to you today, if you are feeling burdened, if you're feeling weighted down or oppressed, remember that you were baptized and ask God to be at work in that baptism through that memory of your baptism to provide refreshment and relief for you and forgiveness and freedom from sin. And if you haven't been baptized yet, then talk to me about how we can get that process started, because a life lived awestruck by the glory of God and in love with our neighbors and wanting to make the world a better place really is a wonderful way to live. Just email me at marvinl@fpccolumbia.org. Well, that's the spirit of summer thought and devotion for today. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive a daily Spirit of Summer reminder and devotional, and also to receive our latest worship services here at First Presbyterian Church in Columbia. You can find us at youtube.com/FPC Columbia. Take care and have a great summer.